three humans in a match. I don't know, man. Maybe my voice is a little true. Nido Stroud numbers. Grand final day. First. Starbuck, Pato, right? I know what you think. That's right. Will I get to play? Baby boy, you're gonna get to play. Alright? You're gonna get to be there in your seat at home. Nice and comfy. Up the top. Kicking back. Kicking in. Meeting the pros. Right? This here, microphone there. Oh my god. Without further ado. We're gonna get into it really soon here.
Hello and welcome to the Sunshine Stream. My name is Simon Kagwanjala. I hope that you enjoy yourself. It is well known that Sunshine is a top tier caster. It is also known that we all love the stream, the jokes, and definitely the content. But the problem is, you don't follow. And that gets me to ask a question. Why are you gay? You don't support? Yes, you are gay. Well, I'll get back to the stream. And I can't believe you are gay. Strange. You are gay.
Oh, yeah. Here we are. You know, I came in late last night. It was like midnight. Cheers to you guys, huh? Cheers to the weekend. But I came in, it was like midnight. Just got in from the woods. And I lost my voice. I don't know what it was. It's not like I was screaming and yelling, all evening. Nothing like that. But I lost my voice. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right? We're going to do the best we can do with the hand that we've been giving. And yeah, let's check out what else we got going on.
I know what you're wondering. Sunshine, what have you been, what skills put to use? Oh, I'm telling you, we got skills. Right? Kind of. You're in the middle of your weekend, I get it. You're excited. You're excited for some Look, first series, best of 5, constellation finals. We get warmed up.
All right, guys. We got to tune into this here. And I'm going to take the mute off here.
Does damage, but only one
As
kill.
soon as
That is
Sock
the big
gets out of this
problem
game,
warden
the
at the
2v2
moment.
begins. Right now, it's
Damage,
2 to
yes,
2. I
kills,
believe
no.
it's Gladiator
We're
Cup.
getting close to 4. That would make Blink a
Sock
lot
versus
cheaper.
Kaho,
There it
tied
is.
up 2-2.
Can you get the lore?
Mass
Can you
Footman
get
versus
the lore?
Warden.
The push is hitting. We do have a potion. The Alchemist does not have a mana potion. Kao might do it.
Needs a lot more help.
There is a world where 22 supply beat 40 supply. It's a weird world, and it's not a very likely world. But there is a world.
For sure, it can be done.
Priest number 1 dead. It's all down to the warden. The archers are decoration. Bears would be amazing. A second hero at some point would also be amazing. And there's more mana. Oh, that heal spray.
That's one of the last Fan of Knives for a while, which is a big deal. Footman Militia just died of Fan of Knives, but he's got to run Clarity, empty the rest of those wells.
Another Clarity.
Don't use it now.
Risky business. Archmage
canceled.
cancels the Clarity. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's
It
a
is
big problem.
I don't know why you would
no
use
more
it
fan,
running
and the
past an
priests are
army.
doing a hell
Seemed like
of
a
a job.
new mistake to me.
Clarity, Clarity, blink away. I feel like Kao is running out of steam a little bit. Halfway to nighttime. Can he survive to nighttime? Now that the shop is up, there's mana potions, of course, for the alchemist as well. But there's no rifles, right?
Too many.
It's very interesting. It's just footmen.
Too many units dying here.
Footman
The
priest.
lures are up. But lures aren't enough, dude. A couple dryads aren't going to be enough. Even a rejuve isn't going to be enough. If I'm being honest with you, I think Sock might have taken this. If Warden hits 5, even, it's not going to be enough because there's just no juice.
Stay hydrated in the summer. That's as important for you as it is for this warden. Artificial nighttime. Detonates coming in. Mana is of the essence here for both sides. At some point, you gotta take care of the tower, and it has to come via archers.
4.8.
Seriously? Okay, archer it is. And another moonwell down. That's no supply block, but it is regen time, and the shop is pretty much Kao's lifeline. If you can't enable that warden, and that got harder already thanks to that arcane tower, you're in so much trouble. It's a tiebreaker, guys, isn't it? Oh no, Kao had to win. It's no tiebreaker then. Denies. That prevents the warden from 5. Now we get rifles too. Oh, Kao, you fought really, really, really hard, man. With an earlier attack, maybe. It's only right clicks. Look at her. Look at her. At least the shop is back up. And we can go for a mana potion again. That's what you need, right? But it's a full fleshed out human army now. Sock has arrived at 50 food. The towers are up. So is the shop. And even the peasants do some damage. It is only arcane towers. But it is arcane towers. Very, very good adjustment by Sock. After 4 peasants fell, deciding I don't need an expansion, you're gonna wreck me on 2 base again. 1 base is what it is. I don't give you surface area to attack me. I'm gonna attack you. Your warden is not getting to level 6 this game. Got to level 5 eventually, but that was the solution. It also, like, everything
would have been nice.
on this map is on the
Tried to move that
foundation
priest
of
up.
the
You see
level
this
3
one?
Archmage, right? Wei was
No
a
point in
little bit
dispelling
late
now.
with the, or early with the Fan of Knives against the Berserker. And then the Archmage is 3 and everything spirals out of control. getting some kills, but that goes for both sides. Nighttime now. You can only hide,
can
but can you
reveal.
run?
It's done.
You cannot! Sock defeats in 1 week Moon, Life, Kaho. The Elf Slayer is advancing to the final
Moon,
day
Life,
of
Kaho,
the
dude.
GC.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, dude. Ah! See what happens. We'll go ahead and get to our veto scene. And so, because it's a best of 5 and it's only a 5-map pool, this will inevitably just be losers map picks. There will not be a veto. So each team will get 2 losers map picks. And then the remaining map will be the starting map.
Step into the stadium.
Yo, SG Fred, welcome. Thanks for the follow, brother. Everyone's ready. They just need to make their picks. Not sure exactly where Chaemiko is. Sock getting off his victory 3-2 over Kaho in Gladiator Cup. Very nice. We're going to turn on the Starbuck commentary here.
Okay, the Piccolo's Temple first.
Great human map, right? So, to be expected. King and Country, a decent map at dividing the map and playing a 1 versus 1 on each side. There's definite strategy there. 11-hour nap, my brother. Good to see you, dude. Been a while, man. And apparently carefully choosing here I'm partial to Twisted Meadows being the loser map pick for Sock Chaemiko. I really am. Doing well, man. Doing well. Of all things, man, I've been gone for a lot this last month. And I just got back like 6 hours ago, running off like no sleep. And as I'm going to sleep, like I lose my voice. So I feel like a little bit, like a couple hours. Speaking of 11-hour nap, I probably got like a 3-hour nap. Woke up and I can barely speak. So I'm trying to do the best I can. Starting map going to be Twisted Meadows, guys. That's a big deal. Going Twisted. Should make it Twisted Meadows random spell and troll these guys. All right, here we go. Hi ho, man. Twisted Meadows. Map of choice. So, Twisted Meadows. Get the map of choice. I expect nothing less. You know what we're not going to see here? We're not going to see dual expo. Assume, right? That's not one expo at most. And Starbuck Pato is going to bring the heat. They're going to bring the production. They're going to bring the whole ball of wax. The whole kit and caboodle. Yo. Yeah, you know what's interesting is I noticed something on my yeah. So updates occur, right? Updates to OBS. This morning there was an update to OBS. There was an update to NVIDIA. There was an update to Elgato. And of course, as soon as you run an update to everything, nothing references or works properly. So my pre-production this morning, waking up, was 2 hours before this started of renegating all of my scenes and audio and everything because nothing like auto makes it correct and references properly. And I never really wanted to be a techie guy, if I'm being honest with you. I'd like IT was never my specialty. And yeah, and now we've got issues. But I will say that okay. Looks like we're going to get into this. All right. Let's try and get this thing underway. We'll see what happens. We will try our best. This is game 1, best of 5 series. This is the consolation final. And I'm not even sure what's gonna happen here, right? We got a huge timeout. So we'll try and make again. We'll try US Central. We'll, dude, please. What the heck? Bro, Sock has a ton of packet loss. So this is issue. I'm gonna go US South, US Southwest, US Northwest, but now Sock has packet loss. This is complicated, guys. I'm not gonna lie. All right. I think we got it. Sadly, we're going to have to play on Cali South 6, which is China server. Yang Feng in the house. What's up, brother? And can't remember how I do this here. Yeah, I think that's best. And for whatever reason, these colors are reversed, but it's okay. I wish I could also turn on allied colors. I can maybe fix it next game. We're gonna get straight into this, guys. And I apologize. Like I said, I lost my voice like 6 hours ago. It's barely come back. I'm gonna do my best. And we're even gonna take my ugly mug off the screen. Let's see here. There you go. Look at that. Sock, Chaemiko. Absolute dominating force in this tournament.
Step into the stadium.
Dude, Elefant. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well, Elefant. Sock, such a baller. Coming off a 3-2 win over Kaho with some shenanigans in Game 5. Straight out of the fire and into the frying pan. Rolling Stone gathers no bird. Early rock catches the moss. Here we go. Pala rifle and standard play has been the standard out of Sock and Chaemiko. In the entire tournament, they only dropped one series, and it was to Focus Moon, who are currently waiting in the grand finals to go versus the winner of this series. And Starbuck Pato had a bit of a rocky start. They had some matchups they struggled in, kind of needed to find their groove, right?
Town is under siege.
And now that they're here, I think they have found their groove. And I am a little shocked to see non-standard play. And the reason I say this is Starbuck Pato did this to a bunch of people. And versus Sock Chaemiko, it did not work. And when they started playing their standard game, no shenanigans, no like Pala Rifle, TC Mass H, weird like massing strategies, and they just played straight Warcraft. They were winning. They were cooking. Right? Faro, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. W3 Champs admin extraordinaire. Keeper of the peace. Organizer of cats. Herding cats. I think that's what they call it. A difficult and respectable job. Appreciate what you do, Faro. Big time, man. Beats Yen's, Moon, Life, Kaho in a row. And I can't understate the kind of shape that Yen's is in. I think we can all agree is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's impressive. And Sock eating night elves for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is something we haven't seen in a while. Let's all be honest with ourselves. Humans have really been struggling, right? Have really been struggling versus night elves. The footman run by could be a little bit of a problem here for our boy Pato. And they're both here, so they have to respond to it. Starbuck and Pato not in a bad position to deal with this. And not a lot is getting done, but these footmen coming back here and harassing are a big deal. Pato trading out as efficiently as possible. Now, I want to see Sock take on Moon. Moon and the likes of, you know, Law Light and some of these, like Moon on like a, I think like a 20 match win streak versus Human. Has won his last 12 best ofs versus Humans. So I think that's next on the list, but for now, a skirmish happening outside of the base of Patito. The Rifle Pala mix up here, and I think it's very interesting that we have a level 1 Paladin on the side of Sock. Level 1. Bucky, level 3. No expo up for our human players.
Town is under siege.
And Chaemiko doing the best he can. Tier 2 underway. But I have to say, they absolutely punked them out of this, and it was a huge waste of time. Because they needed to do some sort of damage. I think maybe 1 or 2 Wisps even died. And as you know, if you've played Night Elf or Verse Night Elf, you're not even affecting the wood at that point. And if you've ever watched Starbuck Pato stream, you know that all of that wood is just going straight into Bucky's bankroll. You know, the Poppy, send me wood. Poppy, send me wood. Poppy, more wood. Poppy, the ultimate resource. in Warcraft 3. Argue with me. Tell me I'm wrong. He beat Moon 4-1. Get out of here, dude. Yang Feng, can you please DM me in Discord the link to that, since I've been gone a few weeks, and I would love to educate myself and catch up on the meta.
Players' forces are under attack.
Knowing how Sock has been playing, I'm guessing there were some MK Hawk shenanigans, potentially. I don't know. This is an assumption, and you know what they say about assumptions, of course. I'm not sure about the tree targeting here. I don't really like this out of Chaemiko. And you got Huntresses versus Militia, and Bucky boxing him out here. Now a ton of rifles in response to this. But dude, the economy is getting destroyed, and look. This is not worth right now, dude. I've been in this position 100 times. You're never going to get the tree. A lot of footmen are going to get injured. And you're going to kill a few wisps. And wisps are easily remade. You know what's not easily remade? Your own economy.
Forces are under attack.
As a human player. Uh-oh. Watch as that. I have to say, guys, Bucky Pato playing some really, really sharp Warcraft here. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I'm digging it. Both teams working their way to the middle. Maybe another team clash here, which at the moment is going to favor Starbuck and Pato. Chaemiko is not online. He does have an MK. There's going to be some Blood Mage on Blood Mage sucking action. 1-1 on the rifles of Pato, or of Starbuck, and only 1-0 on the side of Sock. And they're playing really good Warcraft, guys, I gotta say. Now, defend is complete. That's nice. Blood Mage a bit far forward. Needs to suck the other Blood Mage. That's the goal there. You can't let this happen. And a bolt onto the Blood Mage is going to be really bad. And Bucky opting to suck the Paladin instead of the opposing Blood Mage. Scroll of Protection used. Needs a Scroll of Healing. Needs to be popped. There's also a regen and a double Scroll of Healing on Sock Chaemiko's side of the map. Needs to be respected. The boys were called as well, and Starbuck and Pato don't need to fight this. They could back, but they feel strong. Oh my god, this guy's getting nuked down. He doesn't have a Holy Light. Passes the potion. Huntress is flanking from the top. Scroll of Healing used on the human side. Bucky reforming the line, wants to back out of the blizzard, get the hunts back involved in the game. Pato gonna buy a Scroll of Healing, no doubt. One hunt's gonna fall. The value out of this is gonna be huge. Moves into position, pops it. Needs to be careful, need a light, doesn't have one. No invuln either. Blood Mage in trouble, invuln path. Beautiful team play out of Starbuck and Pato. And they're deciding to hold here. Paladin under threat now. Needs to be careful. No bolt yet on the MK, but he's saving and he's almost there. Needs to be mana drained, in my opinion. The Blizzard doing a great job in zoning out. You got to remember, guys, it's not just about the damage it does. It forces you to micro, and as you micro out, your DPS significantly goes down in the fight. So it's a big two-part deal when you're running Blizzard. There's always value if it's placed correctly. Bumba. And now all of a sudden, it's looking bleak. The towers are beginning to be constructed. These were even ivories that were purchased. I think that's clever. I like it. Pato doing a little bit of hit and run. The Huntresses are upgraded, so the piercing damage not going to mean as much. It's only Priest just now, the first sort coming in. Now, Starbuck isn't ever going to have enough to be able to produce casters as well, so there will not be any counter to the Sorceresses, which is a big deal. They want to take down these towers, and it's a big deal. No cancel on that one as well. And this is going to be it. The winner of this battle will win map 1. and set the tone for this best of 5 series. Priests are getting sniped. In the background is a good job here. Bucky, the sniper. Even a flame strike going off now. Lots of AoE. Everything's busted. Needs to go get a heal scroll, but sadly it's Sock who thinks of it first, and now there won't be items to purchase.
Town is under siege.
A staff back. And I think, I gotta be honest, guys. I know you want me to hype this up. I know you guys want me to keep it going to the bitter last moment. But I think Sock and Chaemiko are picking up this map number 1. Is kind of a big deal. Setting the pace, and Starbuck Pato might have to go back to the drawing board if they think they're going to do this now. I'm not going to say it's completely over, but outside of a miracle here, it's looking super bleak. Now 2-1 on Sock's side to 2-2 of Bucky. Pato is the weak link now. When you go hunts, you start descaling in the mid to late game, and we are indeed in the mid and the mid to late game. 12 minutes on the shot clock now. And they're going to do one last Hail Mary. And they have a heal scroll now, but these Sorks are going to start paying huge dividends. And it's not just that. There's nothing to stop this Blood Mage. There's nothing to stop the control of the Siphon. There's huge flame strikes. There's huge blizzards perfectly placed there. Scroll of healing used. They want to push in. Need to snipe those casters. Can't get into the backfield. Wisp gets deadoed. Slight advantage here as far as the scrolls go on Pato Bucky's side, but it's Sock Chaemiko who are convincingly winning the fight seemingly right now. I would have even pulled the boys from my base. They need every bit of help they can get. Sock getting trapped. No mana now on the Paladin. Lots of red here. And now he wants to buy, but the MK snags both the invuln and the heal scroll. And I gotta be honest, that's like a GG play, right? Imagine this was on this side and not on this side. It was an absolute necessity. And sometimes this is what it comes down to, a matter of seconds determining the game that you didn't run there first, and watch those timers. And it'll be the third heal scroll that has been used on Sock Chaemiko's side that isn't on Starbuck Pato's side. And now the tree is in danger of being killed. A huge flame strike. Wisps are gonna die. Frantically repairing. And Bucky's army is good, but the heal scrolls are making it count, and he taps out. Sock Chaemiko gonna take game number 1 and gonna go up 1-0 in the series. And now, the loser's map choice is King and Country. Dang, man. Humanimba. 2 humans better than 1 human. And I'm inclined to agree. I have to say, like, outside of when they played Focus Moon, the double human was looking so sick. So sick. Socks, stop changing your colors. You're making it confusing for everyone. Stop helping me, Sock. He says he needs a 2-minute break. Starbuck has to go kick his pillow. A 2-minute break is a big one. It's pretty big. So let's go ahead and go to a brief intermission here. And, boy, best of 5 going to be good. King and Country, the next map coming up. Let's hit it in a moment here. We're going to go to a brief intermission while Starbuck does what he needs to do, and then we're going to launch this bad boy. Here we go. We're back from the break, straight into a crash. All right. Perfect. Hey, you got to roll with the punches in this game, guys. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? As soon as Starbuck joins, I'm just like, pow! You know what I mean? I'm launching that bad boy. He joins. He races up. Boom, we're gone. Pain never lasts. And I hope it's true. Because I'm a little bit of pain. Right? And, now we get into it. Now we're ready to go. It's in the bottom left corner. The man, the myth, the legend. It is Chaemiko. And in the top left, with another Pala rifle build, it is Sock. Now, I have to say, this was not a great map for our 2 human players. In the previous games, even some of the map series as they won, they struggled on this map a little bit. And honestly, they also struggled on Lost Temple, which I find interesting because Lost Temple is one of their loser map choice. And this is game number 2. Good luck, have fun, exchanged. All these guys friendly with each other. In the top right corner, we have Pato. Oh my god. Like, dude, I have to do this every single time. It's super frustrating. And I tried the old, like, log into BNet, save your settings, then back out. It did not work. But I like this a lot. This is something we saw in previous games. And when Starbuck and Pato were playing straight up, they were winning. They were synergizing. Things were happening. When they're trying to play these mass strategies, cheeky plays, priestess, they weren't doing too hot. I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna give this map to my boys, Starbuck and Pato. They're gonna even up this score. Of this, there is no doubt. In my mind. Okay. Map number 2. A pull happens here. Now, this is risky. They didn't scout, right? And he's still pulling this aggressive side. A Priestess of the Moon could come like last game, start harassing you. But Chaemiko decides, hey, I'm going to do it anyway. This is my thing. He now sees that it is a human with the pulling footman. So no threat at all. Starbuck had actually lined himself up to fast creep an expo if required. He's going to go with the level 3 creep route. It's a health stone on his side. A health stone on the side of Chaemiko. And of course, the Paladin going to get a little bit of a late start in life here. Ankh reincarnation on the Demon Hunter. Not... So no one really getting game-deciding items, you know. I love me some mana regen. I like a greater mana potion. You can get healing wards here. There's a lot of things you can get here that could aggressively decide the game on this map. Now, you could also take a lot of damage on this camp if you're new to trying to creep this spot. So it is a bit risky, but is the risk versus the reward ratio correct for you? That's something you're going to have to decide when you play this map. I almost always creep it, but I also almost always scout. So I will do a conservative level 3 route if I suspect aggression. A lot of random players, stuff like that. But now, I love this play by Starbuck Pato with the support of a Wisp. Starbuck's gonna creep this. And I also noticed that he didn't militia these two. For efficiency's sake, they speed built this farm. It's gonna be on 36 max supply pop. And he's gonna build an expo here. Fast level 3, you gotta like it. Also level 3 here out of Chaemiko. Gonna go start hitting the main. Starbuck gonna have to respond to this. He's out of position, which means it's either gonna be a TP back, or he's gonna tell Pato to go deal with it. Town bell being rang. No tower is up. And because of the T1, now Sock Chaemiko going to address the fact that this is an expo play. Also needs to send a unit here to deal with this. Needs to speed build that. A little bit of a micro mistake here. Now Starbuck coming back. Only 2 workers, 3 workers down. 4th worker gonna go down. Blocked in by his own kind. 4 workers isn't the end of the world. It hurts. Meanwhile, Demon finds Paladin. Gonna start burning, burning, burning. Oh my god, the staff plays. And the Archmage is blocked, and he has a staff. So Starbuck really committing to trying to do damage here. And now the staff to the expo. The plays out of Chaemiko right now are insane. And now the pressure is on, and this is game-ending plays. Dude, this happened to them once before in this same exact series. If you recall, in the championship bracket, Twisted Meadows, the staff play to the Expo made the game over, and now a whole different ball game. That Expo cancel is massive. Chaemiko already T2. Sanctum's already coming up. MK second, gonna be the play. Sock as well, pumping the Blood Mage, and everything is aligning for them to take map 2 now. And they should have clicked. They should have seen the staffs. They should have known what was coming. But it forces you into this awkward scenario of like, I think that, personally, I think that, you know, Demon needed to have a staff as well and just waited the staff here to counterplay. I know it's a lot to think about. It's easier said than done. And now the harassment back into the main begins again. Absolute disaster. Trying to put the pressure now on Sock's side of the map.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lots of workers dying, which is something. Archers, lots of archers, and this is something that Moon was doing with focus, and it is insanely strong. Demon has a Ring of Regen heal in the choke with an Ankh. This is wild, dude. And everything is focusing him. And I gotta be honest, I think that was the biggest mistake of the game. He has a TP, Ring of Regen, health, and an Ankh. Could they have made the right play? The Expo is up. What is happening? A TP out now. Backs the archers. Even picking a couple more footmen. Naga level 2. Now these footmen of Bucky gonna get cleaned up, but he ain't done yet. Wants to deny. Doesn't get it. Okay, the tech advantage clearly to Sock and Chaemiko. It looks like, oh my god, is Pato Moon? Has he figured out the play? This Zep harass is going to be legendary. Meanwhile, Starbuck putting the pressure down is sucking Sock out of position of his own base, and in comes the Zepperino. And now both players playing overly aggressive. This is game-winning stuff. I play like Moon now. Beautiful micro by Starbuck. He needs to get on point. He needs to tech. Going with a Zep of his own. Starbuck and Pato playing out of their minds. Now Sock responds. He's going to get locked into his own base. Demon's still running free. Pressure alleviated at the main of Starbuck. He needs to tech yesterday. Should tech any second now. Dropping the back main. Only an Archmage. I don't think that's worth picking up for. But he only has 2 footmen. So, yeah. Can't get a lot done, but he can burn a lot of time. MK going to Expo now. And this is the human versus human play. But the question is, can Chaemiko win a 2v1? Because at the moment, Sock is out of the game. He needs to split his attack force. Blood Mage cruising to here, gonna do some harassment. Tech now underway for Starbuck. Lumber Mill there, Shredder shredding. But can Pato carry? The double lores are up and pumping. We will have bears, but it's gonna be a while. Now both heroes going to harass and thwart the expansion. He's gonna go back here. Staffs perfectly. As I said, this is what I wanted to see in the early game. And now we get it. If a Dryad could pop out and cut him off, but there are no Dryads in production, so no such luck. Still here with the Naga, and if these rifles move too far out, now Sock sees that he's leaving, and maybe if he fakes, he can come in and do some more damage. Starbuck trying to be a hassle, trying to be annoying, trying to buy space. His job here isn't to do game-ending damage, it's just to slow him down. Water Elemental breaks off to deal with the Footman. Footman may even get a peasant kill. Big deal. Drop back into the main of Sock now. Pato playing out of his mind, trying to get his team back into this thing. Demon patrolling, protecting the Expo of Bucky. One rifle gonna kill one archer there. More Zepparino play. Down to only an Archmage. Trying to buy time. Expo still not up. Only 3 workers to speed build as the demon comes in.
Forces are under attack.
He wanted a piece. Can't get it. Getting dangerous with the life of this Zeppelin. A couple of volleys is it. Sock wants to move back out. Demon catches. One more burn here. 1 suck, 1 tick. Maybe they should upgrade, you know, they're saying, like, you know how the archers go 1 shot, 1 kill. 1 suck, 1 tick. Starbuck playing with fire now. No TP. Only a Zeppelin. He could do this, but it could just as easily backfire. And now they're moving to the Expo. There's only 1 Arcane Tower and a Dream, which means that Pato's going to have to respond to this. Or they commit to Sock's base, both of them together, and they sack this. But this ain't enough. Just now, T2, frantically building, double Sanctum. Can they get their way back into it? But now, Sock Chaemiko have had enough. They're going to move in and start to kill the Expo, but can they trade an Expo for a main? Oh my god, 12 HP on this Zeppelin, and now a TP. Needs to use. Oh no. If it were not for that Archmage loss, I don't know. Paladin out now. Interesting play, but if Pato gets the main, a main for an Expo, obviously a great deal. Now can he move to the Expo? And he's going to.
A player's forces are
Starbuck gonna hire? No.
Town is under siege.
He has to hire. There it is. Can they get the main and the Expo? But the problem is I don't think they can fight this, guys. And if it comes down to a base race, there is a favor because of the Bears. And they might have to sack. Because I don't think they can fight. But then you need another Zeppelin to save all this. Because you're not winning a team fight. They already took out the Expo as well. Now they need to go to Chaemiko and force the TP before the main goes down. But if the main goes down and the TP's forced, it's not good enough. And the window is closed. Now both Sock and Chaemiko can go TP and defend Chaemiko's main. And Starbuck Pato cannot fight this. So then it turns back into a lame game. They got it back. They can't fight, and they know it. Aggressive TPs in the north position. Uh-oh.
Player's forces are under attack.
Needs to go. Has a TP, needs to use it. Yep, not even worth getting risky with it. Dryad falls for a rifle, not the worst. Starbuck trying to make room for himself. Can rebuild his main, but probably won't be worth it. Now they're going to go straight across the map to the main of Bucky. Or, sorry, of Pato. And even a footman here going to catch the movements of Pato, and it's looking grim. It's looking grim. Starbuck Pato want to try and force them into a base race situation. Sock now revealed. And I don't even think Sock has... Yeah, he has 2 workers left. 2 workers and a dream. this is the problem. They can't take the fight, which means they have to bring the fight back to Chaemiko's main. And that's what these farms are about. They're trying to build a sim city, trying to repair, trying to prepare so that they snipe this main, TP out, and then that's GG if they successfully do it. And it's gonna be a success right now because the main is dropping super fast and they haven't even gotten to Chaemiko's main yet. And that means it's going to be one base to no bases. This is back up, but that's not a very big deal. Tech advantage, resource advantage right now. Definitely going to... Oh, it's only one. Maybe they decide to turn and fight. There is a TP on Sock's side too, so he'll just kill Wells. Make sure that Pato can't reproduce. Get a creeper red, try and get some levels out of it. Archmage gonna scout the movements of Chaemiko. Needs to be careful. Bolt on the Archmage. He's gonna try and go for a surround. And he's gonna lock it in. Holy light from downtown. Archmage with a TP. That is a nasty amount of bears, I have to say. Yeah, Chaemiko can't fight this solo. He will absolutely get shredded. Sock gonna have to TP. He gets 3 wells. Sock. What's up? No cold arrow, dude. Could have surrounded and killed the MK. That's a mistake.
A town is under siege.
It's Dire Straits pumping off Double Sanctum now.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's a bit even in a weird way. But taking this fight right now is actually amazing. If he can get his bears in position. Take out that and start pumping. If he can get rid of the breakers, force fight. Sock content with eliminating every Moonwell so that Pato cannot rebuild. Pato does have a wisp here and there. Could be fed to put down an Expo again. No. No. Oh, that's terrible. Can't lose a wisp like that. I think that's his last wisp. Now he TP's in. Bear's gonna go deep. Very conservative location here.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
They can't fight it, and I just don't, you know, even this one bear over here like doing stuff is like kind of cool. Needs to take that archer with him as well. Losing that wisp was a big deal because Pato could have rebuilt. He really could have. And now that's not an option, which I think actually cost them the game. Unless Pato can carry with what he's got and be very efficient with the bears. But they need to slow down the production of Chaemiko. And now speed building the workshop is going to eliminate the Zeppelin play. Denying some mining time, but Pato decides he's going to come in on this. And now Sock has to TP out, and everything he loses is a big deal. I think that's a great play by Pato. Not enough to win the game, but it's little moves like that. They're going to start adding up. It's a war of attrition now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pato going to creep up a storm. He wants level 5 demon. Bucky just trying to deny and slow down Chaemiko while getting more and more. And so you can see he's going into Storks because what they want to do is start affecting this breaker count. If the breakers disappear, now all the Storks have max value. Which is very, very important. They also need it to be able to, if he gets this double arcane, this is massive. It opens the door for future plays. And now the Zep! Uh-oh. Trying to get rid of the aggression off that, but now all the casters! Triple priest kill. but a lot of lost mining time. And now Bucky putting up a secret expo that I don't think is going to be scouted for a long time. This is the play. Be careful. Can't afford to lose anything. Needs to watch it. The MK's ready with the bolt. Needs to cast slow. Needs to get him out. He gets locked in. No. Invis. Counterplay. Had this not happened, I say Starbuck Pato had a huge advantage. Now, has to get out. Demon with only an invuln. Oh my god, dude. This MK paying dividends. He needs to get burnt, dude. If he gets the paladin. If he gets the paladin. If he gets the paladin. Oh my god, if he gets the paladin. Lock it in. Banish like mad. Chaemiko's sprinting across the map to help. Can't fight this. They have to back out. How did Sock and Chaemiko manage to survive that? Need to force them into another base trade situation. No buildings left for Pato now. Terrible. No, what are you doing? Oh my god, Pato, dude. He's revealed, by the way. He's revealed. Bucky's building a base here, and he's revealed. And then Pato's walking down to the expo to show them that too. Bruh. What's going on here? Mind out now. Oh my god, could this actually happen?
Town is under siege.
Demon getting closer and closer to level 6.
Players' forces are under
Level
attack.
6 is a GG play. Can he fight this? There's no Sorks. There's no Sorks and a lot of bears and no TP and no mana. Archmage running, sacking the base, trying to run the casters. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Run, 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 run. Oh my god.
Players' forces are under attack.
Bucky getting his paladin to level 3 somehow. The confidence to do this. It looks like they want to make a last stand at Bucky's base here. This is almost up as well. Now they know this main actually means nothing now. It really doesn't mean a lot. And this is a lot of bears, guys. I feel like Starbuck should give Pato enough to research armor here.
Forces are under attack.
Don't you think that that's like super sick plays? Oh, Chaemiko, what are you doing fighting this? This is terrible. Uh-oh. If he picks the Archmage, could be bad. Paladin ready, level 3. Need another burn here. Doesn't have enough mana. Uh-oh. Sock coming from the backside. Level 5 Paladin. That's disgusting. Rifles. Trying to pick more. Gonna lead him into this base. But they need these rifles here. I actually think Starbuck and Pato might be able to take this fight. I don't know. The heroes of Sock and Chaemiko are very strong, though. Ooh, snipers. Somehow, Starbuck staying alive, staying in this game, and Pato finds the back door. Left wide open for some juicy XP. He wants 6 bad. I gotta be honest, a level 6 demon in this game could be game winning, game ending, and now they have to sack. They know the expo's there. Need to slow. Can't afford to sack anything. Bull Sanctum still pumping. Starbuck backed into a corner now. Has a TP. Might have to use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Just wasting his time. Maybe pull your workers too. I don't know. Oh my god. That's actually a beautiful blizzard. Starbuck finding space, and the main is down. We have 3 base to no base. This is going to be replay of the month. This will be replay of the month. Bro, this is going to be the replay of the month. How Pato and Bucky got back into this game. Mad respect. Demon's still so far off of level 6. And what I'm scared of, I love Sock, man. I love every single one of these players, but I'm rooting for Starbuck Pato all the way. And it is an upset if it happens, believe it or not. They already lost to this team before. I'm more scared of that Paladin hitting level 6, but at this rate, it's gone. And Starbuck and Pato pull the comeback and the upset. Okay, sorry about that. We're having confusion. We're having a bit of issues because W3 Champs removed Standard Lost Temple, updated it with a new Lost Temple without notifying anyone, and sadly removed the old version of the map. We can't do BattleNet because we have players from Brazil, Europe, and Korea. So that's not even possible. And this new version is completely different. Would actually be Shattered Exile. Trying to work through this issue right now. So we can't play Lost Temple. Lost Temple, a game as old as the game, literally. Lost Temple, a game that's 26 years old, is not on the map pool choice. So there's this new version of Lost Temple. There is no standard Lost Temple. It's all ATR and random spell and blah, blah, blah. We're going to go Shattered Exile, guys. Um, we're just going to go with this. We're going to go Shattered Exile first. I'm sorry. But we actually don't have the map, is the problem. So, series is tied up 1-1. Supposed to be LT. It is not. So we're going to get into Shattered Exile 2 vs 2. Let's go. And here we go. And in the top left corner, it is Sock with the old tried and true Pala Rifle opener. And actually, that's Chaemiko. So Sock says, hey, you get to have fun this time. I've played Pala Rifle twice in a row. Now you get to play Pala Rifle, and Sock is going to go straight into the standard human play. So Sock getting to play standard human for the first time in the series. We'll see how that goes. Pato with the Demon Hunter, and this is what I like to see, man. I like to see standard Pato, and boy, did we see standard Pato last game, huh? And if it were not for that, I say we saw another crushing blow, and I like that Bucky also playing standard. I really do like this. I think it's their best game, guys. No shenanigans, straight up play, no massing attempts, no, Pala Rifle, Priestess stuff.
A player's forces are under attack.
And we're going to see a direct expansion out of Starbuck. I love it. If this gets online and they get the time, essentially what we're going to see here is Sock versus Starbuck, Humba versus Humba. And on the top of the map, we're going to see a standard Night Elf versus a Pala Rifle player. And if this map gets divided and there's not too much team shenanigans, it works well. But there's a reason Sock Chaemiko picked this map. It's because it lends itself to more team play, less of a 1-versus-1 style. It's up to Pato and Starbuck to ensure that doesn't happen. They want a 1-versus-1 style scenario here. Starbuck, formidable. Can definitely beat Sock in a 1-versus-1 human mirror. Pala Rifle versus a Night Elf player is horrendous as long as Pato gets on top of this Paladin. And right now, taking this middle camp is actually a big deal as well because it lends itself to limiting the level 3 of the human player. Oh my god. Sock, you absolute animal. Is he going to try and expo here? If this gets scouted, this could be GG. I hate to be melodramatic, guys. But it's a big, big deal at this split. The expo is scouted by the footman here. Block the cheeky play by Starbuck. He's on it. Opens the door again, and a single archer zoning the footman. This was dope. It's these little plays right here that make this game so fun to watch. He doesn't expo. He only gets his level 3 out of this. 1 archer, 2 militia chasing here, and now the expo's done. He needs to heal this tower, fast repair, and Bucky is on fire, man. Bucky is playing great Warcraft right now. And the tower's up! And the burn is real! Oh my god. Level 3 demon, level 3 AM, paladin with no mana. Bucky Pato are locked in. Let's go, boys. A little overzealous with the peasant there. His shield and armor missing. Wow. Wow. Starbuck and Pato are finding themselves in a great position in the early game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now we have to see what tier 2 brings, and the push, and the blood mage, and the casters. And dude, Starbuck's tech is not that late for expo play. Sock on fire. Huntress Hall is a bit late. I gotta be honest with you. I don't like that.
Forces are under attack.
Where's the Naga? We should have already gotten the Naga. And Bucky already responding to this. Needs to get these militia back in the base. Yeah. There you go. He could ring everything. He's not going to. Gonna get an arcane here, and now he rings everything. Dude, look at the glitches in this game. Like, not everyone's ringing. He has to select them, ring them again. I don't know, man. It's a nuisance, right? Bucky known for his assassin plays, and on this side of the map, I love the cheeky plays with the imaged demon, forcing the paladin to run around in circles. Naga needs to cut him off here, potentially. It looks like Chaemiko looking for something to creep still. Moves to the expansion, does Sock. Gets a couple of footmen and a worker for his trouble. Bucky shredding away already. Double Sank is already up. Priest production well underway. Just now the Blood Mage popping out. That's going to be a big deal. Needs some momentum. Level 3 Paladin we won't see for a while. A great burn. I think Pato is playing beautiful Warcraft here. Needs to be careful. Chaemiko coming from behind. Needs to be a TP. TP now. Just TP. You're going to lose 3 units. No staff. No shot. Assassin loss is a big deal. It's a lot of resources. It's a big amount of experience. Bucky now sees that Sock crept the bottom. Nothing left to creep on this side of the map. It's all going to be about the top now. Both teams together. Somehow, Pato finds an opening and goes back into the main of Chaemiko. Needs to be careful. He actually can't fight this. The militia and everything is strong. Now it's his main thwarted. Starbuck going to have to probably actually TP top right. Not Pato. There's a lot here. They both need to TP and hold this off. And maybe if they TP on the Archmage, they need to take this seriously. Level 4 Archmage now. Tower's gone as well. Oh my god. He might get the main. But at what cost? Need more repair. If he picks the Blood Mage, this is great. He doesn't stay on it because the Naga's gonna fall. Oh my god, the main of Sock is gonna go down! And so is the main of Pato! Starbuck, Pato have come today to put you in the most awkward decision makings that you can.
A player's forces are under
And I have to be honest, who better to deal with it than Sock, but they crippled Sock last game, Sock's crippled again! Oh my god, there's a holy light. Now the demon getting zoned. Uther with his hammer. A huge TP. Nice holy light instantly. The team play here by both these teams is phenomenal. Needs to be careful. Clap being used instead. Now it's 2 base to 1 base. Keep that in mind. But Chaemiko is actually very strong, guys. It's 1-1. Both heroes are out. His economy is good. But now what we can start to see is Sorks, because there won't be breakers. I fully expect to see Storks after this round of Priest. If I don't, I'm going to be disappointed. Flame strikes going off. Bucky's economy in shambles. And now they want to team up on Chaemiko. They want to get rid of this pesky Blood Mage. Holy Light is ready. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Oh my god, they have nothing left. 13 and 25 supply to the 44 and 29 of Sock. They cannot fight this. They're going to have to sack this Expo. Where did this come from? All of a sudden, the map is flooding blue. Bucky is going T3. What the hell? And it's going to be done. He might actually get out a round of Knights. And a Paladin. Double Knight. Insta-queued. 0 Sorks. Only rifles. Can they get Pato back online? There's not the resources to do it. So they're better off just pumping about 50 supply to 80 supply. This is not the way. They can't fight. They want to buy time for the Knights. They're catching some workers here. Every little bit of experience counts. Might get a level 2 Paladin out of it, but Chaemiko responds. Now needs to be careful. Can't get too greedy. Have to play conservative. Just back off. You don't need to fight. You're buying time. That's what you're here for. Now the Sorks. Mastered Priests. I think Sork Knight better than Mastery on Priests right now. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Needs more Knights. You don't need to fight it. You just need to be annoying. You just need to buy time. This is my opinion. Paladin falls for Starbuck. Not good. Now it's Militia versus a couple of footmen and a couple of workers. They need to string out a little bit better. Good God, Chaemiko is strong, actually. Crazy strong. 80 supply to 47 now. No, oh my God. Uh-oh, the bolt is real. Uh-oh, no staff. Uh-oh, hands off the invuln. A little bit late. Denies himself. Beggars can't be choosers, but MK gonna get mana from this Blood Mage, and that's gonna spell the end if he doesn't get back. And there it is. Now he has it. Get back, get back, get back. They have way too much. They need to buy more time. Now they have no mining bases. More footmen coming in. Oh no, this is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good for Starbuck Pato. Trying their best. Those Stormbolt stuns last forever. GG is called. And you gotta respect the fact that they didn't overstay their welcome. Sock Chaemiko picked up map number 3. Bringing the series up. 3 to 2. I'm going to go to a brief commercial break only because we have to find out the next map. Here we go. Sock Chaemiko on match point for a best of 5. It's loser's map choice now. And Starbuck and Pato have picked Hillsbrad Creek. And Hillsbrad Creek it is. Spawning in the bottom, it's Pato. And it looks like Starbuck and Pato have something up their sleeve, as we're going to see a Pala rifle now out of them. And spawning in the far north is going to be Chaemiko, and he's playing standard again. No Pala rifle out of him this game, so he's back to his standard play, and it's going to be Sock, who's picking up the torch for the Pala rifle on the human side yet again. And I have to say, standard human, Pala rifle human working out very well in 2v2. Might have to try this for myself this week, huh? Paladin coming out, Pato with the priest display. And this never really worked out well for them. I think they might have pulled off a win on Lost Temple with some shenanigans with this play once upon a time. Anyone in the chat who can get a hold of W3 Champs and tell them that we don't have the original version of Lost Temple, it would be great, because we really need to play it, and I think every player is going to feel decently uncomfortable about a new LT map that no one's really played and barely even tested. But if we can't do it and Starbuck Pato take this game, we're going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure out what to do. Looking to me like Chaemiko wants to fast expand top left. Paladin coming over to assist, which isn't the end of the world because it's slowing down the expansion and it's slowing down the Paladin. So really, one Priestess is costing a lot. And Pala Rifle, fastest tech this side of the Mississippi River. Not calling any militia to help creep this. Usually you'll see 2 or 3. We'll see how the creep route turns out for Starbuck.
Players' forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
Tried to deny. Gotta respect it. Gonna pick up another one.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here comes the scout for the expo, which is funny because it's not scouting the main, which means Sock and Chaemiko do not know for certain that they're against Pala Rifle. And what stinks is when you go Pala Rifle, you're relying on a very timed push of being very strong. Uh-oh. Priestess dies. That's not the best start. You're relying on a very timed push because if you don't get it, you don't have the resources to go into casters, and one of the humans will pump out sorceresses, and that's the game. What's interesting about Sock and Chaemiko is they never pumped sorceresses in most of their games, even when it would have behooved them to do so. They just mass rifles, mass priests, and relied on great heroes and positioning. Late night Berlin, good to see you, man. How have you been, sir? And now we got some Pala on Pala action, and the boys are called, and they need to get back out of here. Don't want to get a rifle trapped, that's for sure. Perfectly played there. I mean, Starbuck is level 3, but it's not like they have a power spike. They really don't. They need to watch this carefully, and Bucky cannot afford to get any of these rifles surrounded. Holy Lights are at the ready. They want to chip down this other Paladin here, but the Expo is going to be a problem. And this is the problem, too, in Human Mirror. You know, when Stefan gets researched and then you have no casters and the other human does, that's why it's so difficult to go Rifle Pala versus another human player. Pato finding a way behind enemy lines. The Huntress upgrade kicks in, which is a big deal, and now he's going to go to the north of the map and start trying to harass that expansion before a tower can get up. A bit of a SimCity attempt here by Chaemiko. But if he gets in here, there might even be a TP, because right now
forces are under attack.
Chaemiko wants to go into the main of Starbuck, and he's not going to get a ton done here. It might come at the cost of an Expo. They realize he is alone now, but Starbuck and Pato turn around and decide they actually want to fight Sock. Holy Light at the ready. Workers are dying. Paladin is beat. But this is actually buying time. This isn't what they want. This isn't what they need. They actually need to get into that expansion. And a Blood Mage comes out and is going to defend just with Militia in the back. Try and stall for time. Now it's a game of who can do more damage to who first before someone blinks. A strategic game of chicken. Pato going for some surrounds. Gets the bait on the wrong rifle, which means he's going to pick one up. Now Aura going to come in. A nice little +2 on all these Huntresses. Don't forget there's also rifles here. And now Starbuck decides to commit big. Town Bell being run, and he's shift-clicking everything. At the same time, Chaemiko in the main of Starbuck. This advance heavily favors Starbuck now. Pato trying to make room. No denies. Thought Starbuck might even pick it up for him. Doesn't. Lots of workers dying here. Paladin broke, busted, and can't be trusted. More rifles gonna fall. Holy Light just in time. Expo is up. Chaemiko online. T2 achieved. Starbuck spilled crisp. A TP in with the scroll of protection and mass defend. Say hello to my little huntress friend. Needs to turn and help somehow. Gets a TP out of him, which means that Chaemiko gonna be fighting a 2v1 here for a moment. Great positioning now by both teams. It's gonna come down to who's more efficient with the army. Focus firing down those huntresses. Pato saving what he can. I would love to see Pato transfer into a normal game, but it's too little too late for that. Red across the board for both players. But I think the positioning favoring Starbuck Pato a little bit more. They're crushing, dude. Torch, my man. Long time no see. How you been, bro? Hope all is well on this Sunday evening for you. Another rifle killed. Starbuck, Pato, surgical position. Oh my god! No TP. Dead. GG! The series is tied up 2-2. Winner goes on to the finals. Intermission.
I feel it's better for 2 units. They have.
Well, guys, here's the issue, right? We're on match point in the consolation finals, best of 5, and W3 Champions has updated their map pool to not include a 26-year-old map that has never changed. And they don't even have that version anymore. They updated some version that no one's played, and they don't really know very well.
Fucking bias.
Oh my god.
Not biased at all, guys. Not biased at all. So, Turtle Rock, TG. TG? TG? What's TG? Tristful Glades? Is that right? Torch, bro, thank you for the sub. You're the man. I appreciate it, buddy. Seriously. And Scene is here. We're going no wood, boys. It wasn't part of the plan, but here we are. Dude, this interface for for W3 champs is just terrible. I can't stand it. I gotta be honest with you. We're going no wood. People keep changing their colors. It's frustrating the living piss out of me. I want people to be blue colors, and there's a reason for that. And so, what are you going to do, right? Really? I mean, what are you going to do?
My name is Simon Kagwanjala. I hope that you enjoy yourself. It is well known that Sunshine is a top-tier caster. It is also known that we all love the stream, the jokes, and definitely the content. But the problem is, you don't follow. And that gets me to ask a question. Why are you gay? You don't support? Yes, you are gay. Well, I'll get back to the stream. And I can't believe you are gay. Strange. You are gay.
All right, here we go. We've already got the match underway, so we're going to bust straight into it, guys. We had to call an audible and do no wood, which means that the grand finals, regardless of who plays, I might have to put no wood up on the screen. Let's get into the game. It's match point. Winner goes on to the grand finals to face Focus and Moon. Let's go. And Omni Casual, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Here we go. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with two things at once here. Obviously, we're going to have to worry about this in the finals potentially as well. But without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. Spawning in the north corner, it's going to be Starbuck with Pala Rifle play on no wood. And quite a hefty pool on the line here as well, I might say. What is going on? Another Priestess of the Moon out of Pato. And spawning at the 6 o'clock position, it's going to be our man Chaemiko, who's back to his Pala Rifle play. As Sock gonna play standard Archmage, super greedy camp. And if this scout Wisp catches it, and he will, he's going to know right where he is. And he's heading straight for it with the Priestess. Now, you do take a lot of damage because of the poison here. You can also hire a Priest. But Pato should know this going on, and he's going to go straight there. And this is my worst fear ever. Water Elemental getting back a little bit, trying to save some of that.
Welcome
and Priestess going to pick up 1. Instantly. Random bad gamer in the house. Brother, how are you? Level 2 instantly on the Archmage. Picks up Gloves of Haste. The worst item ever you could get from this drop is terribly horrendous. The third worker about to fall. Almost full health, full mana. Buying tons of space for the Pala Rifle player. And at the same time, I don't play it like this. Now, don't get me wrong. Every player in this game is significantly better than I. But when I Pala Rifle on this map, if this is available, I'll militia creep it. And I'll time it to where I'm killing it as my paladin's like right here. So you do it as fast as possible. And you do it a little bit faster. And with a Night Elf ally, he can always feed you wood, which is a big deal. Wisp's gonna come back here, sit on this tree, and maybe even steal the Bursey. And it should be something that happens. Now, level 2 Archmage, highly aggressive towards Pato's base. Trying to get some Wisp, some rotation out. Huntress is already under production here. A second Ancient of War getting ready in a position where they can fast creep a Merc camp if necessary. Pato trying to slow down Chaemiko's level 3 Paladin attempt here. Not the best items for our Paladin player, but Devotion Aura already up. Pato gonna start bucking down here. He needs to get a steal as well. Could actually really slow down this Paladin. Not going to happen for now. And all of a sudden, a TP out. That's a beautiful play there by both players. But a lot of resources have actually been invested into this. One Wisp goes down, and Huntress and Rifle's not out there on the map. A little bit of back and forth here by some more. The Burzy was stolen, which is a big deal. Now the central place being camped by Pato. Gets a little bit of mana. Mana's actually OP for the Archmage play only because he can sit it and infinitely spawn water elementals to creep it more efficiently. However, if it was health, it would favor the human armies significantly as well. Another Holy Light comes in on the Burzy, picks up a Footman for free, bit of miss micro there. Now it's Starbuck's base that's going to be under assault. Sock coming up here, blocking it in for a Shadow Priest. Cancel on the farm. He's going to have to build another one. He's going to be supply block, pumping even still. And now Starbuck with a super greedy mid camp. Doesn't care. Infinite mana on the Paladin's good. Needs to not take damage like this on him, though. Needs to back him up so that he can just infinitely Holy Light. Can't be ashamed to use him. Now, all of a sudden, Chaemiko with a level 3 Paladin is a problem. Pushing into Pato's base. Both bases under attack now. Pato with Huntresses in the main of Chaemiko. Gonna get way more bang for his buck there. Now it's a Moonwell slowly under attack. Needs to bring some Wisps to repair. Level 3 on the Paladin for Starbuck. Starbuck gonna go back to defend his own base. Opts to walk instead of TP. Wants to save a bit of an advantage if he can strike one. Militia getting dangerously low. 1 goes down, 2 goes down, 3 goes down. Footman of Chaemiko now down. Sock in the main of Starbuck. Chaemiko in the main of Pato. It's absolute chaos on this map, and I gotta be honest with you, I think it might be slightly favoring Sock and Chaemiko. The Archmage kill is massive, and don't forget he burnt in a TP earlier, so going deep was a trouble if he could get us around on some units, and he wants it. Holy Light at the ready. Holy Lighting something that's going to get surrounded, not always the best. You're going to go back to fighting the Moonwells. More Moonwells need to be produced ASAP. More Holy Lights. This engage is going to favor Starbuck if he can play it correctly. Now it's the Paladin surrounded. Needs to make a little bit of room for himself. Paladin on Paladin action. Uturd versus Uturd. And oh my goodness, this Priestess is really damaged. Getting what he can. It's almost daytime. He has to TP out. And he's going to TP here, but he needs to speed build the shop. And look who's on his way. It's an MK from Sock. And a lot of units. And Pato is busted. He has nothing. He's going to lose everything. Uh-oh. Bolt to the face. Buys. Uses. Needs to regen. Absolute chaos.
A player's forces are under
and
attack.
now it's Chaemiko who wants to move back to Pato's base. Level 2 MK. Level 3 Priestess. Oh my goodness. These Footmen are really wrecking Pato or Starbuck's economy. They want every kill is so crucial here. Able to push it back. The splits from both these players are insane, dude. There's so much going on back and forth. The plays, the counter plays. No wood, not even in the map pool, now being played. And a final game 5 to go on to the grand finals. Paladin is definitely broke and busted. Can sit middle now. Wants to start damaging Blood Mage. This is not a good exchange for Chaemiko. That's bad decision making in my opinion. Now it's Starbuck's Paladin needs to be careful. There's a bolt. They're slow. And a surround. Tries to self-surround. Uh-oh. Needs to break out. Oh my god. The Paladin's gonna die. Slow kicking in on no wood. Finals today. After this match, it starts. We might have to do a brief break. We'll see. Nice pick off there. And Starbuck and Pato fighting without the Paladin have decided that it's worth it. Huntresses are already upgraded, taking a little bit reduced damage from piercing compared to non-upgraded version anyway. Picking off two, and this is snowballing, guys. I gotta be honest. Null Wood, in my opinion, was super strong for double human if all things equal. But I think Starbuck Pato were in a great position and could have even won it if it wasn't for the slip up with the Paladin there. Just started snowballing a bit. And it's Sock Chaemiko have decided that it is time to push and end this. And it's a very early push at the 10-minute mark. Usually it happens around 11 or 12. This is usually when Starbuck Pato should be at their strength where they're pushing. So that just goes to show you tournament life on the line. Loser takes third place. Pato getting picked off from behind. GG is called. And Sock and Chaemiko go on to the grand finals versus Focus Moon. There you have it. Crazy, crazy games. Who knows what might have been had we seen a lost temple. I'm sure both teams semi-prepared for it. But there it is. The update has been made. And now what we're going to have to do is go, I think it was Sock Chaemiko, boom, boom. I think that's how it went. Sock Chaemiko versus Focus Moon in the finals. And we're going to need some time to prep this, guys. So we are going to take a brief break. And then we are going to go into this grand finals here. I'm going to contact the players. We're going to get this thing set up. We're going to take a significant break now. I'm going to say 10 minutes or so, maybe more. And we'll come back and update you guys, and we'll get into the grand finals. Here we go. Cheers. time it is?
Do you know what time it is? Boy, do we have a treat for you. It's gonna be the grand finals. Focus Moon versus Chaemiko, best of 5. And we got 2 orcs in the game. Right? A human, a night elf, got a little bit of everything here. Today I'm gonna get back to this party, man. And we're gonna get into the beach. Let's Look, man. I don't know what Moon's got planned. You can money back guarantee that there's gonna be a lot of hardship. That's my prediction. But hey man, you go on without me, right? We're gonna have a good time no matter what.
Hello and welcome to the Sunshine Stream. My name is Simon Kagwanjala. I hope that you enjoy yourself. It is well known that Sunshine is a top-tier caster. It is also known that we all love the stream, the jokes, and definitely the content. But the problem is, you don't follow. And that gets me to ask a question. Why are you gay? You don't support?
You are. Look. We're gonna get into it. So, we have to supplement out Lost Temple for no wood, by the way. This is the thing. It is what it is. Nothing we can do. I mean, we could play on BNet since everyone is now from Korea. And I can just lag like a dog. But, you know, I'll leave it up to them. Yo, feel like a mill. Let's go, buddy. Good to see you, brother. Hey, I downloaded Ark, by the way. Even considering playing, by God. And now this is the grand final. Best of 5. The Double Crown World Invitational. Starbuck and Pato finish at a very, very strong 3rd place. And who knows what might have been. So. Here we go. I think I'm going to give Focus Moon light colors. And I think I'm going to give Chaemiko red colors. All right, starting map is going to be King and Country. And I gotta be honest with you, I sincerely doubt that Focus Moon even like rehearsed maps or practiced anything or anything of the sort. Sock playing Orc. Chaemiko playing Human. Zero as we get into it. And here we go. It's map number 1. And I gotta be honest with you guys, man. I had to create so many different intros to this stuff because of the fact that you know, I didn't know who would win. I really thought Sock and Chaemiko were gonna fall to Starbuck Pato. I really thought that. But now here you have it. Sock Chaemiko versus Focus Moon. Map number 1. And in the bottom left corner is indeed Sock. In the bottom right, Chaemiko. And I'm sure Chaemiko is happy that, hey, I get to play standard human game. And in a very crazy, dominating fashion, at the top left, we have none other than Focus. Have to do this every single game. It's the bane of my existence. And in the top right, the legendary Moon. And if there's one thing I can say about Moon, it's that he has been... Oh, you can see my lag spikes already, guys. I'm sorry. And I get a little bit of cutting there, but what are you gonna do? A lot of archers. A lot of archers. And if there's one thing I've said, I said it once, I'll say it again. You really do have to be careful about picking early archers off from Moon. If you allow this quantity to get up to what he does, like 12, 14 archers, everything's dying in volleys. And by the time you hit the mid to late game, it's just too late, man. You have to, in my opinion, you gotta get on Moon early. You gotta kill some archers. You gotta slow down the massing. Farseer, Archmage out of Sock Chaemiko. Blade Master, Demon Hunter out of Focus Moon.
Town is under siege.
Sorry, guys.
A player's forces are
grab
under attack.
Yet another coffee. And it's looking to me like Sock Chaemiko won a direct expansion. And I think this is a read even perhaps already out of Focus. Moon being left alone in a lot of the series to do whatever he wants, unthwarted, and getting really fast level 3s. And it's looking like Sock knows this and just came prepared. A resummon of the Wolves would be nice, but it's not going to happen. And now the Farseer with 0 mana left. 1 Wolf, not going to be a threat at all to the legendary Moon. And now we have a level 1 Blade Master harassing Chaemiko. And he's going to get a surround. It's going to burn an extra Wind Walk, which is actually amazing. Grunt going to come in. Very difficult to deal with this. Blade also has to be careful as well. Gonna get boxed into a corner there, and now he's gonna have to Wind Walk to get out. He'll get another worker and another worker, and was he too greedy? It looks like it. A TP out, and actually there's units here that could move in. And they didn't communicate as well as they could. Farseer coming across. Clarity's gonna cancel both. Now there's another Wind Walk already, and he will have to use it. Pre-dusting, Scroll of Speed, Salve, Clarity, all used. Sock Chaemiko are actually playing very, very sharp. Level 1 Demon to come harass. He has to force the archers back. He has to stop the DPS. Demon already in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get focused out as well. Lodge getting killed. There's not gonna be any more sustain for Focus. And Focus and Moon absolutely wrecked the championship bracket all the way straight to the finals. Very little threat. And now in map 1 of a best of 5 series, we already see they're back against the wall. They're on the ropes. Sock and Chaemiko have a very clear advantage. The Expo's up. He didn't take a ton of damage doing it, and now it's the round locked in on Focus's Blade Master. And he already burnt a TP, and he's dead. A nice little chunk of experience going to the Archmage. 2.5 now achieved. Moon trying to take this camp away. And now that means that Chaemiko is going to run right into the Nido player. He's going to start picking down these archers. And a TP out. Now another TP burned. Sock is in the main. He's going to kill a Moonwell already. Needs to split the wolves if a Wisp comes over. Archers volleying these grunts. Farseer has ADD. All of a sudden, Focus is here with a couple of grunts as well. He needs to get out. Just TP. You're going to lose another one. This almost costs as much as a TP. If he would have TP'd immediately, he saves 2 grunt. Now he's going to lose 2 grunt. He might lose 3 grunt. This is what you get for being greedy with the TPs, boys. Oh my god. The clutch TP is insane. Archmage looking to pick up level 3, stealing the expansion creep from Moon. Moon's going to scout it now. There's nothing left. Level 3 Archmage, he's got to get out of here. He's going to lose units. And he salvages everything. Amazing play here by Sock Chaemiko. I have to say they've come prepared. Tier 2 well underway, but not fast enough. Moon already completed. The lures are finishing in that amount of time. There should have been more trading resource swaps here out of these 2 players. That's my opinion, but Sock is definitely online. Interesting to see the Raider Walker combo. And it's going to be Raider Walkers out of Focus as well. And now more thwarting in here. Coming in with a Water Elemental. He thought there would be some lures to cancel. Moon much too fast on the uptake there. Blue surrounding the Archmage. Trying to get him. There's going to be a Hex coming in here. It's going to be a pretty big deal. He has to decide whether or not he's going to TP. He's got another one in his back pocket. Hex is the unit instead. Decides he's going to take that. Chaemiko gonna check the expansion position. There's nothing there, not even a tree building, which means now it's buying time. He needs to check this one, though, is actually the location. Would fully expect to see Sock creep this and head to that location next. What a game. The Sim City is real. Inevitably preparing. Half-finished farm, not sure what that's about. I love Moon's creep route here. We can all learn from this. You have the expansion building. You're creeping in a defensive manner to where you can see what's going on, scouting ahead, and you could respond to this to ensure the Expo gets up. Now there's little chance that it's under threat ever. So Moon's going to be in a great position. Also getting great levels here. 5 archers. Heavy on the Dryads is the weapon of choice. Sitting at T2 because he's going to pump straight up to 50. 46 out of 50 supply now. Focus, 47 out of 50 supply. And it's Chaemiko who's light on the supply at only 40, but you can see that he's expanding to 80. He's going to get ready to pump. It's double barracks, which means he might be sitting here and it's going to start pumping rifle. There it is now. He sees the Expo. He prevents more of the entangle. Gets a Wisp Deado out of that side. And if he cancels this, it's going to be nice. It starts entangling instantly. Moon so fast on the pickup. Now the pro blocks come in. Chaemiko going to have to make decisions. Runs past. Moon's not going to be distracted with that. He's going to move away. Focus attempting to creep Jack Sock. And Sock's very quick on the hexes. Now it's going to be almost a standard type orc versus orc action 1 versus 1. Starting to peg away at that Kodo beast there. A little predetermined dust. I don't think it caught the blade. It did not. Oh, it did. He's actually dusted, but he's going to punk Sock out of this camp. And he's even going to get rewarded for it with a little bit of extra HP there. Archmage doing his best to be annoying. He doesn't want to lose anything. Trying to create from behind. Demon got bolted and a little bit of damage. No bears on the field, so no regen. He's going to have to go Moonwell up. MK struggling here. He really wants to hit 3 as fast as possible. Archmage coming back in, and now Focus going to have to respond to that. He's creeping back behind, which means Sock is going to start taking this off, and they're not going to get the Naga. Perfect TP by Moon. But that's going to allow them to capitalize on this camp and maybe even creep a red. But no, he wants to go to the expansion. Is there a TP already? TP greater, invuln. It seems like, oh, Khadgar's pipe. Scroll of healing. Focus is ready to go. And they TP into a beautiful defensive position. Some dispels coming out of the Dryads there. Now they're in the choke. Just got cleaned up there. 1-0 for Chaemiko. And Sock and Chaemiko very comfortable in this position here. Want to maintain this choke. Not sure who it favors as of yet. Windwalk Blade, not as scary as if he retrains into Image at level 5, in my opinion, but he will be chopping heroes in half, and we're going to have to look out for that. Cobb, sorry about that. Didn't have the bracket ready to go. I can share it with you now. Had a lot of issues this morning with updates galore. W3 Champs updates. OBS updates, NVIDIA broadcast updates, camera software updates. What a disaster. But here we are now, bringing you what we can. I'm a little laggy because the players, I want them to have as least ping as possible. Obviously, we're on Korea here. And another choke is found by Sock Chaemiko, and Blizzard's been retrained. And there's no counter ensnare here. The Archer's taking a lot of damage. The Breaker's on the field as well. Level 3 MK up front has a heal scroll and a nice little consumable, but no mana consumable, which is really what he needs. Moon Focus use a heal scroll on their side. They're getting eaten up. Consumable used now. Sock and Chaemiko looking very healthy armies here. And this is the first time I think we're seeing Moon and Focus getting shredded. Demon needs to be careful. He's surrounded. Invul gonna wear off. Staff is used. Barely gets out with 40 HP. Mulgrew the sly, not so sly at all. And good God, Sock Chaemiko got absolutely dumpstered by Focus Moon in the championship bracket, and now they work their way through consolation. A very difficult matchup versus Pato and Starbuck, and now here in the grand finals map 1, they've come to play. Need to refocus up on the battle at hand. Too many things attacking this AOW in the background, and the Archmage falls. Absolute disaster there. They need to keep playing sharp. Obviously, never an inch of wiggle room versus these two players. And now MK no mana, Farseer no mana, Shadowhunter no mana, and Moon's heroes are looking very fresh. And I think they've overstayed their welcome. I think they need to back out of this. If they had a scroll of healing, or they would have built a vault or shop in the background, I would think differently. But they're pushing onward. The Expo paying dividends here for Chaemiko. And I have to say, very impressed with Sock's Orc here. There's a chain lightning in the chamber. Good God, this might be map 1. I want to see an offensive shop. Archmage needs to be careful. He's made this mistake before. There's plenty of hexes. Not enough sustain here. Need more priests mixed in with this army. Lots of breakers, lots of swords, lots of rifles. This is the fight that never ends. It's been going on for 4 minutes and 50 seconds. We started in the middle of the map. We're finishing between the Expo and the main. So much damage from these rifles. 2-0. A bash would be detrimental. Moon, be careful. You're toying with fire. The ensnare. The demon falls, and the Expo will as well. The supply of focus so low now. Chaemiko, the big dog on campus, 70 supply. A huge chain lightning, and now they're out of position. Need to be a little careful here with the Farseer, but they're just fine. Dryad's great for picking off rallies. Great for being annoying in the early game, but they don't do a ton of damage, I gotta be honest. Archmage way out of position. Needs to be careful of the Hex. And there it is, he's coming back. Blade Master is out of the function. Demon Hunter out of the function. And I have to say, Focus Moon eating their way through every team. Now all of a sudden, I love that Sock Chaemiko change it up. Sock going Orc, and he's playing amazing. This map, One Hair King and Country, is proving a banger already. Now it's 3 base to 2. And the micro is so on point. So it's so difficult to micro versus Dryad too. Any little thing that gets out of position gets absolutely punished. And now the blade's back. Need to be careful of that Kodo. He hasn't eaten. Now has to wind walk to get back out. Human casters and orc casters, dude, are really good. Let's all be honest with each other. And GG is called. Map 1 gonna go to Sock Chaemiko. And what a game it was. Focus Moon. Gonna have to go back to the drawing board here. And what that means in game number 2 will be very interesting indeed. Because map number 2 is loser's map choice is going to go straight to Moon Meadows. And sadly, I'm in the way. And now we have to go back to colors. So CO North 2, okay. Okay. Looks like we're going over to CN North 4. And we're going to go straight away. Sock Chaemiko go up 1-0 versus Focus Moon in the grand finals best of 5. And the next map, none other than Twisted Meadows. And we're going to go ahead and get into it straight away. Imba fight. Emir, welcome. Good to see you. The greediness indeed was real. Here we go. Sock calling the audible here. Playing his orc. And he let the other team know before the veto process if you were running. In the top right corner, it's none other than Moon. In his element. In his element. On Twisted Meadows. In the bottom right, it's Focus. And I have to say, if you were to ask me who looked better, who was the better orc last game, Focus, the best orc in the world right now, I would argue. I think Sock played way, 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 way better than Focus did. Very similar strategies, very similar approach. But also, Moon coming over at level 1 and trying to thwart that expo actually cost them massively, I might add.
A player's
And in the top left, none other than Sock. And no shenanigans here, not trying to pull this golem, do this nice little trick here, although I would have loved to see it. It's a 2-burrow tech. The grunts is the choice. Pretty standard play. And here we go again. Chaemiko decides to direct expo. Moon with the insta-scout's gonna see it. And he's even gonna get a wisp for his trouble.
A player's force.
The Dedo's on point, another wisp underway, and Farseer coming to wreak havoc on this play. You gotta remember, if this was a 1v1 and this happened, this is like detrimental. The best orc in the world on you in a direct expansion attempt on Twisted Meadows. Are you joking me? And instead, Sock opts to... He started heading across the map. A little bit of indecisiveness is going to cost them dearly already on this map, because Sock was going to go straight to Focus's base to buy space for Chaemiko, and that is not what's going to happen at all. Level 2 now on Chaemiko's side. And I got to be honest, couldn't have asked for a better item to thwart this orc harass. Look at that. Fireballs. Taking off that Farseer health is a thing of beauty. Another wolf here. If no resummon, get some XP. And there is no resummon. One pesky wolf ain't the end of the world. And I did not like the indecisiveness out of Sock. He didn't know whether to go to Moon, whether to go to Focus, try and buy space for his ally. Like, he would have been better off with a bad plan and executing it immediately than running around in the middle of the map, kind of not really knowing what's the best thing to do, and he wasted a lot of time. So both players got away with murder. You heard it here first. But I have to say, Chaemiko's Expo is very crisp, and it's not being punished, at least as of yet. Now, this Farseer and these grunts coming back up could pose a huge threat, even if this Arcane Tower finishes. And a little bit of a cheeky scout here as well. I'm sure that Moon will not expo, right? Puts it down instantly. Look at the distance. That seems very close. I'm always learning something. I mean, I always know it's along this wall, right? So, but nice little pocket expansion there. He'll creep it in a bit, but he's a creeping machine. This demon gonna see level 3 very fast. This item very crucial. Not the best, not the worst. Demon's in trouble. Lucky that Farseer isn't level 2. And now here it is. Once these grunts and Farseer, just as I predicted, gonna go straight to this expo. And I would have liked to see a little more feed from the orc player to get this human tier 2 online faster. Level 3 on Chaemiko's side. And sadly having to burn a TP to defend the expo. Beggars can't be choosers. Tree halfway done here. Usually you see that scouted and canceled by the human player. And uh-oh. Farseer in a lot of trouble and ends up getting out at the cost of a grunt would be really bad. Needed to block with that grunt. Maybe he can block with this one. Needed to deny. Doesn't get it. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter now. And all of a sudden we've got a skirmish and there are a lot of archers that weren't even here. So it needs to be careful.
The player's forces are under attack.
Focusing Moon on the warpath now. Archmage almost gets surrounded by some archers, and this is what my fear was. Last game, there was a lot of early pressure on Moon, and he was held to level 1. This game, he sped all the way to level 3 very quickly. And these archers are going to pay dividends unless they're careful. I like that it's actually Sock zoning out focus again.
Forces are under attack.
Playing his ass off. Now his burrow's under attack. He doesn't even have a war mill to research fortified. Take note of this, guys. Gonna get a clarity canceled here by these archers. Run straight into the Naga. That's not good. Hex comes in on the Demon Hunter. Now it's focus moving back towards the Expo of Chaemiko. Sim City isn't done. Footman gonna get caught. That's not the end of the world. At least he knows what's going on now. Demon running amok with the mana burns, controlling the tempo of this game and holding both players at this. And now a TP out. Instant response. Needs to get down to the expansion. The first Raider has joined the fray, and Moon TPing to his own expansion to fast creep it. I love the high-level plays here. He's going to set this bad boy up and get them caught up in the game. But I have to be honest, Chaemiko's economy has not taken any hit. ZN 114, we're back, baby. We are back. Let's go. And Focus even going to find a little bit of XP here. Farseer being held really far down on both sides of the map. You know, Sock can't feel good about that. He needs to creep some big camps. He needs to get back in this game. Moon creeping out of control is going to be carrying hard, and it looks like Talons is going to be the play. And if we can get double, it's T2. There's rifles pumping, but you need... You're versus an orc player. You need double sanctum. I'm sorry. You do. And if breakers and priests were out, I'd say just GG. But this might be a build order counter. We might be looking at a 1-1 if things continue this way. And I don't even know if it's been scouted. Sock gonna find the expansion of Moon. He's gonna take a look at that timing and see... Okay, our window of opportunity before that actually starts paying off is going to start closing here. He needs levels for himself, as I said. Now he's going to get him. This is going to be crutch. Chaemiko needs to be careful here and not take damage. Uh-oh. Quick buy gets stolen away. Demon Hunter with a bolt to the face, but he has to avoid. He's going to give Sock the heads up. Sock wants to finish this. He gets it, but the items go to Focus. And he can't get caught out here. He needs to TP, and he does. Sadly, he's TPing to his own base, which might put an awkward engage here if they both move toward the Expo. And Moon and Focus smell blood in the water. They're going to move directly in here. And this is what I'm saying. It gets awkward. If you get ensnared and you get caught, he has no TP. Another ensnare comes in. He's going to pass it off here. Now a staff to the Archmage. Uh-oh, the Hex comes in! Oh my gosh. And now he can't even run into his own base. This is a disaster. Where is his ally? He needs to pick units off on the back. The boys are called. No dispels. Sanctum just now pumping. All of the militia are dying. MK next on the menu has to TP out. Sock, you need to back. No TP. Uh-oh. This might end up being a GG. Sock fighting on his own. Locks in a surround on the Shadow Hunter. MK with no mana, barely any health, trying to come back. And you got to remember, Moon and Focus have an Expo behind this as well, so it's not like this is a last-ditch effort. Trying to keep the Shadow Hunter alive. GG is called, and Focus Moon. Tie up the series. 1-1. Which means Sock, Chaemiko get Shattered Exile. 1-1 now. Hear the play. Yes, Solstice. Correct. And the only thing different is I don't have an orc card for Sock. And his orc's impressive, man. I like it. He got held a little low on levels there, and I think the early movements kind of held them back a little bit. But besides that, they clean up one or two things, and I think they're fine. But once again, they dominated a game where they hopped onto Moon early. And I want to see it again. And Shattered Exile, the loser's map of choice for Sock Chaemiko. Looking to pick up another game here. In the top right corner, we have Chaemiko. And in the bottom left, it's Sock. It's Chaemiko. You know what's funny? How you actually pronounce it is like O and U. It's Chaemiko. Like that. But I'm not Korean. Guys, I got a confession to make. And this is going to sound crazy. I'm not actually Korean. I know. You've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok. But, look, I'm casting this game because I'm not Korean. If I was Korean, I'd probably be in the game. You know what I'm saying? I had my day, right? Every dog has his day. But Moon, going for his tried and true, he's going to go straight into the Demon Hunter again. And I'm really interested to see if there's going to be an expo attempt on this map. Focus, he's going to go back to the Blade Master play, and it did not turn out well for him in map 1, I'll tell you what. Sock outplayed him like a maniac. And I also love this. Orcs spawning on the same side of the map as each other. May the best orc win. If you guys got any predictions in the chat, throw them up. Throw them up. Random Bad Gamer, almost on a half a year of subs, by the way. I gotta say, thank you so much. He has subbed for as long as I have been streaming, and I appreciate that, guys. It's really big. It's really big to me, man. 3 months, and you've subbed 5 months total. Torch also with the 4 months. And, it's big, guys. Helps me keep doing this stuff. Puts a little gas in my tank. And I enjoy, when you guys enjoy, huge deny, actually, of all things. Losing a grunt in the early game, always a massive no-no. And now a worker gonna go down too. He's gonna win walk, and now Chaemiko under pressure. Somehow, some way manages to escape, but this is a disaster. This is what I was talking about. And look, Sock getting nothing done. Runs away. Oh my gosh, this is not good, guys. Speed building a tower, but to what end? What are you gonna do? Can't help here. He can send more militia. Uh-oh. Boy.
A player's forces are under attack.
Those pesky salves and clarities. Picks up a double circlet now. Archmage, under pressure, gonna walk right into a crit strike block. Oh! Pops out the wrong side. And now this is the rest of your life as an Archmage, dude. This is the rest of your life. The super late shop, not good by Sock. You need to know how, and you would think Sock of all people knows this. Like, he's a human player, right? It's like, dude, you need that shop early, especially dealing with both heroes. And just trying to get some damage down on some archers is nice, but there's still Moonwells, and now it's night. So we'll stay at the action. Shop gonna get canceled. Game already on a nice edge. The expo significantly delayed. The Archmage gonna die right here. Yep. Yep. Chop, chop.
A player's forces are under
He a hero and obey. He a Samuro and obey. Wolf's getting nothing done. Quick load and unload focus has been here before. Moon and Focus clearly warmed up after game 1. They're playing phenomenally, and this doesn't look good. What can Chaemiko and Sock do? I think better to stay on one base, and high pressure Moon. That's what I think. That's what I want to see, and I want to see some cheese shenanigans.
Are under attack.
The prediction by Amir, 3-1. The prediction by 11-hour nap, 3-1. Focus Moon. Everyone's saying Focus Moon, except for my boy 11-hour nap, who he thinks it's going to be 3-1. Suck Chaemiko. Who do I want to win? You ask. Well, I gotta be honest. I really love Sock, man. He has a special place in my heart. Sock and Soin are two of my favorite, like, high-level professional players. They really are. They're good dudes. They are good people, man. And so, I'd say I'm really wanting Sock and Chaemiko to pull this thing off. More and more camps going to Focus is not good. Sock struggling again to hit level 3. Demon gonna hit it right now. He's gonna be the first level 3 on the map. Buying items, then running down here. Not the greatest plan out of Chaemiko. It's feeling and looking a little clunky, and now the problem is they're gonna find this, and he's not gonna hit level 3. And now Moon opting to just continue to creep away, even though he hit 3. I fully expected them to put some pressure on him. Now he's running, and he's going to run right into the arms of his... Oh, dude. This could be huge. A cancel here is absolutely pertinent. He's going to staff in. Now, the question becomes, you get this cancel, but if you lose too many footies, you lose the sustain, and you don't have anything to hold off the counterattack with. 1 footy down, 2 footies down, 3 footies down, 4 footies down, he's not going to get it. He just cost him the game. That's the game. Almost wisp surrounds the Archmage. That's the game. Now you're not 3 because you didn't creep. You didn't get the expo. You lost every single footman. This is how 1 versus 1s go as well. I'm sorry, guys. I know as a caster, I'm supposed to build this hype. I'm supposed to be like, no, it's okay. They've got this. They got an expo. It's been running. Yada, 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 yada. Blah, 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 blah. It don't look good. Archmage gonna fall. Needs to pro block with that. Doesn't. TP's out. Now a TP gets burnt. Now the Archmage has no sustain. He needs to heal up. Start salving instantly. He's trying to run away. Blade Master gonna look for him. Doesn't find. 1 more tower coming up. Trying to speed build the Sim City. Realizes no shot here. He's gonna go towards the main. Uh-oh. No fortified and no war mill again out of Sock. And you're about to learn what orcs hate about this game. And surprisingly, Moon and Focus just gonna focus down the main here. And there's no pillage. Expo gonna go down. But if you expo at the cost of a main, it's bad. Orcs, even at the highest level of society, are orc-brained. The orc brain does not research pillage until he should have already had it. This is standard procedure. A main for an expo, not what you want to see. And especially, it would have been one thing if it was the main of the human. It's the main of the orc. Not good. At all. Talons, the play at a Moon again. No one was around to hold him to a low number of archers, and you're paying the price. Archmage still running around 8 minutes, 30 seconds into the game at level 2, and at this rate, he's never going to see level 3. Trying to get the pressure off by forcing the blade back. The Archmage gets surrounded, and he's dead. Sock going straight now to the Ancient of Wind, trying to hold it off. TP in by Moon. He's going to come down to try and deal with this. Only Initiate. A force with TP out isn't the end of the world. Gets a Raider for it. Okay. But could Chaemiko's tech carry this game solo is the real question. He also needs to research Masonry level 1. This is start looking like a lame game. Both teams going to converge on each other here shortly. We'll see if Moon stops to creep. Moon loves creeping in solos. loves creeping in 2 versus 2s. And so many times when players would just run to counter or they hit level 3 and instant attack, Moon is just creep, 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 creep. And into late game, what you'll experience is nothing left to creep, and then Moon has all the levels. And then you're forced to fight high-level heroes when you have none. The amount of archers is disgusting. It's going to be tough to keep things alive, especially with the Blade Master walking around chopping people's heads off.
Players' forces are under attack.
And a lot of camps going to them here. Needs to get this Kodo. Level 2 Archmage. 10 minutes into the game. Now TP out, and he saves everything. Chain, last second, still doesn't get it. Nothing seemingly to go their way, and now they've decided, hey, we got to do this or it's not happening at all. They're going to check the expo first. It's going to be a quick cancel. Necessary. And the boys are still coming, which means they want to push at this orc base and try and end this game. Very odd that that's the choice. Somehow they're going to pick up this Kodo as well. That's a big pick off. And now Moon comes in thick. And oh my god, the supply tells the tale. Sock on 26 supply. Everyone else pretty much at 50. And he has just been the whipping boy of this game, sadly. You need that war mill up early. You need fortified. This is a fact. The offshore bank account. Not paying dividends here. Even the peons joining the fray. Moon with a demon that just so high level. GG's called. Focus Moon. Pick up map number 2. Lead 2-1. And I'm sorry, guys. Gotta apologize to you again, but I got in like 4 hours before this thing. I've been gone for a while. I get in 4 hours before this thing starts. And I lost my voice last night. And so, I'm doing my best to speak as loudly and as hyped as I can, but it's rough to even talk. I was like whispering when I got home. So, match point now, not a good feeling. How does Sock join my game so fast, bro? What is happening right now? Knollwood is going to be the map. Dude, what's going on? And Focus Moon. On map point. Knollwood gonna be the map. It's map number 4. Sock Chaemiko's map choice. Here we go. We'll get right into it, guys. And of course, the struggle is real, dude. The struggle is real, guys. A forward position, but sadly, it's not Moon on his side. So close spawns, very interesting here. You know what would be dope is actually if Chaemiko expoed here and Sock instantly went on the aggression to keep Focus busy. This plays out like a 1v1, and knowing Moon, he just creeps and doesn't come until a little bit later, and you won't get level 2 out of this camp, so you only have an item. This could favor, these spawn positions could really favor Sock Chaemiko significantly now. We'll have to see how it pounds out. Moon not deviating from his 2v2 strategy in the least. And it's another Blade. And I gotta say, Noah Wood is a great Blade Master map. Sock, gonna stick with the Farseer. The bane of a lot of human existence, I tell you what. But sadly, the human is his ally, not his enemy. And the advantage that a Farseer would have here is if he did scout and he found out that Focus is here, you come here early, you thwart the Voodoo Lounge, you keep it down, and you could do some serious shenanigans. Moon always wanted to be scouting, always wanted to be finding the spawn positions. I think that's really something to note. It's also something weird to note that there's not an archer on the map. He went AOW straight into creeping. He wants his item. This is the one with the item on it. He grabs it and he might leave. This Wisp is gonna see all. And Chaemiko looks, he could still go for an expo. Blade Master not gonna get the better end of this engage as long as Sock's micro is extraordinaire. Needs to summon, needs to get some in. Yeah, you have to do this. You have to keep running. If this grunt gets a nice block off, could be... Oh, bro, Sock is so pro, dude. It's amazing. He's playing this absolutely perfectly. That's what you do. Wolves came in, canceled the Voodoo Lounge. Now it's being built up there, and that's what I'm talking about. Sock seems like he knows what he's doing here. Item creeping a little bit. Now gonna get burnt. A dispel, and now a swipe gives the demon level 2 is a disaster. If this was a 1 versus 1, this is exactly how Moon would want it to play out. Farseer still running for dear life. Almost gets blocked by the sheep. Squeaks one by. Finds the shop again. Another insta-cancel, and this is amazing. The sustain going down, but needs to put some more aggression down on that Blade Master. One footman gonna scout, be annoying in the main of Moon. Demon gonna chase this human army into oblivion. Archmage not gonna see mana for a long time in this game. Tier 2 being a... wow, double barracks. Okay. Again with the double barracks, even with no expo. Do you think they rush? Nope. It's gonna be
forces are under attack.
Double barracks rifle. I don't understand that. You don't have the resources for that. Is this gonna be a feed? And who doesn't have... They also lost the game where they didn't get double arcane sanctum on Twisted Meadows. Night of an Orc. The two people who you want a sanctum on, and you're gonna have none. Yikes.
Forces are under attack.
Not good. And for some reason, they really want to commit to this Moonwell, and commit they will at the cost of double grunts. Oh no. Sock. One grunt. He's gonna win walk. No? He doesn't need to. He has boots. Two grunts. Two grunts and a Farseer for a Moonwell. What do you think, chat? Was it worth? I'm gonna say no. Shadow Hunter on the way. Farseer's back out. Shadow Hunter also on the way. Not as good at the synergy. Gonna soak middle. Archmage gets bullied out again. 5 minutes, 30 seconds. A level 1 and a level 2 on No Wood is not the best. And you gotta remember this was loser's map choice. And this won't be 3-3, I think, because the Naga's there, but they did get 2 Grunt and a Farseer kill, so level 3 for the Demon Hunter. And now they have full mana. Jeez, dude. And they're gonna go probably put down a little hit.
A player's force.
And I love the movement here. Moon's actually gonna check this camp. Instead, he's gonna run straight into the human player again. Look at a burn on a level 1 MK.
A town is under siege.
Ooh. Very nice, actually. That's rare you see that happen. Tons of boys. Tier 2 is done. But like I said, you don't have the gold for this. So I gotta be honest, man. I don't understand what's happening here. With Chaemiko's build order is not... I don't like it. I'll just leave it at that. You need priests. You need swords. This is a fact of life. Moon was thinking about creeping the conservative camp. Then he was thinking about stealing this away from Chaemiko. He back and forth. He couldn't decide what to do. And now they realize that this is an all-in push right here. Very out of position. Uh-oh, a hex and that ensnare. Archmage is dead. Yep, insta hex on the blade. That needed to happen. Trying to get that Archmage out of there, but he's dead. Gonna ensnare this. Bolt it. Bop it. Oh my god, huge mistake by Focus is gonna lose the shadow. Archmage goes down, level 2. Oh no. Sock loses his Shadow Hunter. Demon goes down. So much chaos in this game. So much chaos, dude. Uh-oh, I froze. MK can't even get around his own workers. Now Zox Farseer, no! Mama, no! Uh-oh. And now Focus Moon heroes are out of control. GG is called. Focus Moon gonna go up 3-1. And that's gonna be your champion of the entire kit and caboodle. Is going to be Focus Moon. Sock Chaemiko, very well played. But ultimately, they're going to fall in the reverse sweep after taking such a convincing game one. Focus Moon are going to take the whole thing. The whole ball of wax. The whole kit and caboodle. That's it, guys. 3-1's up. And what a series, man. Still, my favorite game of the day, week, month, and year so far is that Starbuck Pato comeback versus Sock Chaemiko. It was absolutely amazing. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Really appreciate it. Shinja, thank you for the follow. Random Bad Gamer Torch. Once again, guys, really appreciate it. I'm going to go rest my voice. It is absolutely taxed. I'm probably not going to be able to speak for a week now. But hey, everything was worth absolute hype, guys. We're going to kick it to a stream ending soon, and we're going to give a raid out. Thank you guys for the love and support, and we will be back in about a day. Cheers.